Following is a great example of the mesh of offense that Tampa Bay has created between Arians and Brady, the old New England short pass stuff and the Arians vertical pro spread stuff. I mean, it's not just this play. These are the last two plays of the first half against Green Bay. You'll see both of those. And you also see the issues Mike Pettine had as the defensive coordinator on the other side. So in this play, it's 4th and short. Mike Pettine has been doing a lot of cover one high safety with man underneath, and a 4 or 5 man rush. 4-man rush with a blitzer. Okay? This isn't a bad thing to do. I had a friend who told me you have to know how to do man-to-man so you can run this all the time on third downs. Today, you don't run anything all the time. Tony Romo was saying we have to that Tampa Bay is going to have to bracket Hill all the time. No, you don't. You bracket Hill all the time, Kansas City's going to kill you with all their other players. You have to mix. You have to mix. The scheme here, the scheme that Pettine was running was not a problem. It was that he wasn't mixing. It was more his play calling. And even here, he actually backs off this man-to-man scheme and goes into zone. But why would he do that on 4th and short? That's too easy on 4th and short. And he's got one safety who's going to play really deep on 4th and short. Well, part of that was set up because Brady and Arians were so aggressive early on, busting deep passes all over the place. That made him conservative. Pettine too conservative. But it's still, Pettine, again, it's all about aggression. Who's being the aggressor? Who's mixing? Todd Bowles on his defense was mixing. Even when he was showing a lot of the same stuff, he kept doing little mixing in the middle of it. And he was putting Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay's offense on the defense, and he was being the offense. In this part, Tampa Bay on offense is being the offense, and this defense is on the defense. So it's all about who's on the offense, who's on the defense. Because the defense, to stop power spread type of schemes, which everybody's running now, the defense needs to be on the offensive and take their lumps. If you don't double cover Hill all the time, yes, he might burn you for a touchdown. That's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Because when we put them on the offense, there will be hesitation, like Aaron Rodgers showed. There will be hesitation, and there will be big plays to come. Okay? So that's how you have to think. You have to take your lumps, but don't worry about it. You get the big plays too. Now, here we go. So we're going to go. So Pettine, again, is going to go into a cover one. This safety is going to be up, and this guy's going to go deep in the cover one. This guy. I'm sorry, completely wrong. Cover 2 here. Never mind. So this, he did really change it up. He went into cover 2 with the zone. But again, why call this now? He's been doing one with man under, and he needed to mix this up later. But he needed to go cover 2 and zone. So, I mean, and mix that in before, not now on 4th and short. Now look what happens to Brady. And look at these players. I said this about Todd Bowles' scheme. His scheme actually makes his players excited to play his schemes. They're simple, they're easy to do, and they mix it a lot, and they're having fun. Here, look at the lollygagging in the zone here by these guys. I'm not trying to pick too much. I'm not trying to speculate too much, but the scheme is, the technique is fine. It's just kind of flat, and these guys are open all over the place. Now, one thing Tom Brady has never done well, in my opinion, is look for space. He always looks for matchups. He looks for players. He's such a people person. I think that's part of it, and it keeps it simple. But, I think Josh McDaniels wanted him to look space more, and I think that was sort of an issue as well. So Arians is cool with that. Arians is cool with whatever because he's just doing what works, which is a benefit to him, intelligence on his part. But Tom is really focused on this running back, getting out in the flat. If this was man-to-man, this is what you would have had. And they had been playing a lot of man, as I said. This guy's on this guy on this guy. So that would be, in the flat would work perfect, and Tom is right. But it's not man-to-man, it's zone. It fooled Tom a little bit, and this guy came off this guy, and this guy came down on this guy, and look at this. Now, the one guy that's covered, Tom is throwing it to, this guy's open, this guy's breaking open, this guy's breaking open. And Tom's throwing to the one guy that's covered. Bad move, but because the defense is too conservative for a short pass and 4th and short, and because Tom has so much experience, even with a heavy rush, he's able to get rid of the ball quick in the exact right spot. Back shoulder. Perfect. And look how it splits these two guys. So Tom gets away with it because of his experience, but still doesn't really look for space, but it worked out. But part of the reason it worked out is because they were aggressive early, the game plan of Arians and Tom going deep, and making Pettine just get really conservative, especially on a play like this. This is way too conservative, 4th and short. Look at this. 2 guys way back here. Everybody's open, except this guy, but even this guy's a little bit open, and it's just an easy first down. It could have been even easier if Tom had looked at the space. Okay, so let's go to the next play. And this is the big play everybody's talking about, the big touchdown. Okay, it's a screw up, right? Yeah, of course. You're at, this is the pretty much, they don't get this. They're going to have to do a real short pass and try to get a field goal. Okay. Now they go back to cover one, man under, but they have this guy, this safety, bracketing under in the middle here, not just almost double cover in the middle. So number one, great play call, because they've been doing so much cover one. I know they just did a cover two, but they've been mainly doing cover one. Two guys streaming down the sideline. That's perfect against cover one. One guy down the middle to occupy the safety. But in this case, Pettine's being so careful. Believe it or not, people were saying he wasn't being careful enough, but he was. Look, there he is. You didn't even see him in the picture. Look at this deep safety. Look at this guy. Really deep. He's protecting the touchdown. Problem is, you've got two guys here covering this down here. You need to pick a side, dude. And this is Evans over here. He's the much more known receiver. This is Scotty Miller, a lesser known guy. But Scotty's really fast too. And probably faster than Evans. I'm sure he is. And so the thing is, I know he gets over there late, but I almost feel like he was too occupied in the middle here. You got three guys here wasting, just a waste. And you got guys now man on man. And now you're like, well, the cornerbacks can't let them get past them. Well, and Jair Alexander looks like he was screwing up too, but I'm guarantee you he was going to be on that. And then he pulled away from it. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he's playing too tight as well. But now the safety has to make a move here. And another thing, reading Tom's eyes, if you would look at Tom is like just staring this down anyway. This isn't even great by Tom. He's not even looking him off. He's staring it down. So that safety really should have read his eyes. And maybe Tom is looking in the middle a little bit here, but still, he's covered. Get over there, man. That's my opinion on that. But who knows? But the other thing is, yes, why did Kevin King let him get behind? Not going to make excuses, but I am. Kevin King's been injured a lot of the year. I think he has better catch-up speed than that. His back, his ankle, knee, I forget all the things, but he's had injuries all year. And I'm wondering if he didn't have the catch-up speed he's used to having. I also think he underestimated how fast Miller is. And I think he was expecting Miller to do a short route to set up a field goal. So all that went into play. But, yeah, no excuse. You've got to make sure to stay back. And Alexander's a little too tight as well. But, again, they have a safety back here. What is he doing? And in the end of the day, again, aggression by Tom. Aggression by this offense. Dictating to the defense. The defense needs to dictate more. Even here, clamp on these guys. These guys are clamped down, and take a choice here. Make a choice. And if you're wrong and you get burned over here, so be it. But the cornerbacks need to be deeper. This guy is just wasted back here. I've seen this so much earlier in the decade, too. Deep safety. Sometimes two of them. Baltimore was the first that stopped doing that. They started using their safeties much better and mixing and matching. You got to mix. You have to take the risk to dictate. And with the risk is a risk. You can get burned. And there's no way. The NFL tries to minimize risk and increase reward. Doesn't work. Risk, reward. It's a universal concept. More risk, more reward. Less risk, less reward. And you saw it in the Buffalo-Kansas City game. A lot of non-risk, passive stuff. So what happened? No reward. And they just got killed. You've got to take a risk. Bowles is going to do it on his defense. Going to get burned at times, but going to make big plays. Anyway, easy for me to say here, but you've got to, I can't say it any other way. You've got to do it. You've got to have the guts to do it. Anyway, here it is. Easy touchdown. Really good pass by Tom. Again, Tom knows where to put the ball. A lot of experience, a better arm than people have given him credit for. Better at a lot of things than people, but they're fine, But people, for the most part, know he's a great quarterback, whatever. I think, if anything, I kind of didn't give him enough credit. Anyway, yeah, he just stares him down. Safety. Oh, he's looking in the middle. My fault. He's looking in the middle. But he wasn't really looking to the other side. Safety's got two guys up the middle there. Get over to the, But again, Kevin King can't let this guy. Look at him flailing there, Kevin King at the end. It's just like he's flailing. It's like, I just think he's faster than that. But that's still no excuse, man. And you know that Scotty Miller. You should know this guy is this little quick guy. I don't know. It's just a mess up all the way around. The whole thing is a mess. And even the last zone that I showed you, not a lot of enthusiasm on that defense if you look at Tampa's defense. And again, when you love playing a scheme, you get so enthusiastic. That's a big part of it. And Brady, just is such a people guy. Maybe it hurts him a bit in the pass game, but it helps him a lot as far as everybody's just enthusiastic. So, and by the way, little short passer, the one before, big deep one. I mean, really a cool offense. And as I think they might have more health in the Super Bowl, and if their offense is more healthy than they've been in this playoff run because they had 2 weeks off, I think they could have their best offensive performance. But then again, Kansas City's defensive coordinator is very aggressive. It's going to be a lot more aggressive than what you saw with Green Bay. So we'll see.